State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Baylor's offense will take the field first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on the money.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. To the ground to try to move the chains. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. There's a reason they call it linebacker U, and class is in session getting that sack.
I mean, big-time playmakers at the linebacker spot all throughout their history that know how to get to quarterbacks and know how to make big-time plays.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a lot. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The screen, and watch out. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Penn State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense. Backed up.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the move, it's Lewis.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lewis. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Penn State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Recent years, fellas, Georgia has kind of had the upper hand in its rivalry with Georgia Tech, but this one is always spirited. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Rush is on him. And the ball is out. There he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The RPO, it's complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Wants to go up top. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a good game.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. They go to the draw. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Bears will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Using his legs, it's Lewis. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man to the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking left. It's caught downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
Gashing the knee on the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
He's got the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The offense changing the play. Going to sling it on second down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. And the Bears in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds a little space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. No huddle offense to the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. The Bears will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in at the 40. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And that second sack of the day really epitomizes what Penn State linebackers are known for. Quick twitch playmakers.
Quick and fast. That's what they always are at Penn State. They find those guys that are athletes that make plays all over the field. And right here, he's got his second sack on the day.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. He wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
To the air on first down. He's got his man.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Denmark. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play.
42, Spider.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Turning it on.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Give to the running back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Going to the running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Bears want to move quickly.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Bears are moving quickly down the field. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Here comes the heat. He'll throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They come to the line on 3rd and goal, looking for their first points of the day. Here's a heat. Lets it fly. Touchdown Bears! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in. It's Pacheco. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. The tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. The sure hands. It's Denmark. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's King. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Lewis. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Gets away from one. He's got space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And the Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Play number 9 on this drive. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. With the catch, it's Martin. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. So here they come, 4th and long, defense is after back-to-back sacks. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, looking to pass. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.